Good afternoon. How are you? I just want to talk about what I started last evening, the word of knowledge concerning the South Africans that are working for the government, the intelligence forces that are uncovering this hidden Russian um, slash global plot against South Africa right now. So I did say last night that the war Putin's war on the free world is not only in Ukraine, but it is all over the world. It is multi-pronged, including South Africa. He has already started assaulting South Africa. It started last year with the July unrest, where he was seeking to appease South African politicians who were incarcerated or found themselves in some kind of trouble. So he is coming to pick them up. At the same time, on his side, he is going to get he's going to gain some access into South African resources, the South African ports, that is Durban in Cape Town. As I said yesterday in the video, that when if the World War III really gets fully fledged, the Cape of Good Hope and the military base that we have in in Cape Town, just forgot the actual name, in oh, the army base in Simon's Town is going to be very crucial to the global powers. So whoever controls Cape Town, that is whoever controls South Africa, whoever controls Durban, will have more leverage in the world war. Do you know South Africa is strategic, as I said in the video, because of its geographical position in the world. So you know that when there is war in Europe, the sea between Europe and Africa is going to be closed. Already Turkey has closed the Russian tanks from passing through, the Russian submarine ship from passing through the Black Sea. So we will see that on a fully fledged war, there will be no trade going on in that area. So for products to go around the world, they have to go through South Africa. So South Africa is very important to control. So Russia has been attempting to control South Africa. Right now, South Africa is under the control of the West, or I would say South Africa is friends with the West right now. So that is very difficult for Putin to win if South Africa is controlled by the West. So he needs to control that global supply chain. You see, to him, the West is putting all sorts of sanctions to him. So cannot only rely on just bombing Ukraine or bombing people on the ground. He also needs some economic leverage. He also needs some other ways of fighting this war. So he is definitely targeting South Africa. South Africa is in danger, and he has already started doing that. We saw by his operations in Durban in July last year, and also this year in the parliament by banning the parliament, and also again this year he is sponsoring what they call Operation Tutula in South Africa, whereby he's also using the same MK veterans that he used before last year. These are people that are, in African language, we call it sellouts. People who, for political reasons, will take money from bigger political operators so that they can just enrich themselves or advance their legal political um, ambitions. Uh, you know, So they want to advance their political ambitions, not caring about how that will affect the other people, including their very own people. So we see now, uh, we see him using the fears of black South Africans. The black South Africans have got fears because of lack of unemployment and bad government policies. Okay, that happens in any country. We can solve that. But that is not the reason why some people in this country can be bought or be used by foreign interests to undermine the government. Now, these foreign interests are actually used to blame people from other countries that they are the reasons why the country is in turmoil. Now he's targeting black African foreigners. First of all, Vladimir Putin doesn't care about blacks. He hates blacks, so he can put them under the bus. But they're not his final target. His target is the same people that he targeted last year, July, which is the white infrastructure. For now, he is testing the South African waters and the South African people using some South Africans. I don't know whether they're not wise enough to see this thing, or they're just gullible, and just willing to do things for money. So now Putin is saying the problem in South Africa is because of the foreigners. Now he's targeting black African foreigners, but that is not where he wants to stop. So you see, he has already bought the mind of some people in the ANC, some people even in government. I do believe that there are some of his operators that are actually government ministers when in places of high position of authority. And those others who do not know would think that Operation Tudola is just some South Africans who are disgruntled, but they do not know that it's not just South African. There's a Russian hand in it, and they do not know the end plan for Vladimir Putin. And I'm gonna dish it out. I'm gonna tell you the end plan for Vladimir Putin and South Africa as far as Operation Tudola is concerned. Now, this is step number 1. Operation Tudola is supposed to attack black foreigners, because black South Africans, there's a smaller, tiny percentage that has got a problem with other black people from Africa. They believe they're taking their jobs, but the rest of the South Africans, the black South Africans, they do not hate foreigners. They love foreigners. I've made videos about that. So now Russia's hand, Vladimir Putin's plan, is if he can get black South Africans to be against other black Africans, and portray that the problem in South Africa is black foreigners. Remember, he's using the word foreigner. That word foreigner doesn't only apply to black people. So he will now use his black South Africans that he is paying, that are on his payroll. After they destabilize the foreigners, the African foreigners, they'll start talking about white foreigners, because Vladimir Putin is interested in the white people in South Africa. So now when we talk about white foreigners, now anybody is fair game, even white people that are South Africans, because they will put it in this way and say that, well, even if they were born here, their ancestors are from Europe and stuff like that. So that is how the propaganda is going to spill out. And then in South Africa, there's going to be turmoil. Not only are those people targeting blacks, they will begin to target white people as well. You see what they did in Durban and in Johannesburg. It was just a practice course, because Putin wants to take over the whole of South Africa. He will do it across the whole of South Africa. So that is how this Operation Tudola, if these politicians in South Africa are not careful. You see, the reason why the politicians in South Africa do not care is because some of the politicians in South Africa, from the way I see it, they also don't like foreigners. But they do not understand that this is bigger than just foreigners. This is Putin's war. Sometimes we look at things, we just look at today. We don't look at next month, next year, the years to come. This is Putin's war. That is why he's doing it in front of your eyes, and they've got nothing, and you can do nothing about it, because he's attacked you. He's got people that is paying in government, and God, but God. The Bible says, but God has got his own people that are working, and these people the Lord is using to find out and collect evidence, and the Lord is gonna nail Putin. Putin is not going to win. And I don't want to make this video long, because there's so many things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about something more in the next video, about the end game of Putin, that and many other things. So just stick to this channel. There's just too many things that the Lord has put in my mind. If I make one video, it's going to be 2 hours. None of you will watch it.